One of the hardest things we need to do is to move out of our comfort zone. Even though it takes us a long while to set things up the way we like it, to bring those items and those people into our surroundings that help us feel good about ourselves. But really, if a person wants growth, personal growth, so he needs to change. And to change means to move on, to leave what you are and what you have at the present, and to become something else. So therefore, to change, you need to change, and change is uncomfortable. That's what we mean. We have to leave our comfort zone. We have to move into that which is unfamiliar and therefore uncomfortable, and only through that movement can we enjoy personal growth. Can we grow? This idea is our introduction to one of the greatest heroes of Jewish history, our forefather Avraham, who fathered our nation. So the first story we hear about him is that Hashem appears to him and says, move on, Lech, Lecha, go away from your father's home, from your birthplace, from your country. Go away from where you are comfortable and familiar. And it was difficult. He had to leave the support of his family. He had to leave a place where he had a certain income, where he knew the customs, he knew people, he had connections, he had friends. Even the food that one eats in one place is different to what you eat in a different place. So where he was where he was settled, where he was familiar. And he's moving on to a new place where he's going to be a stranger, nobody knows him, people will suspect him, and he's not going to be familiar with how to conduct himself, how to prosper. That's going to be all very difficult. Besides which, there's also the journey itself. Journeying itself is a tiring type of activity. And nevertheless, with this command, with this instruction to leave his home, is the launching of the greatness that he did discover for himself, and which did help him to set up and to build the entire Jewish nation. This step away from what was comfortable was the step towards his own personal greatness, the ability that he had to become one of the greatest people who ever lived, and all of the success that he was able to achieve for us, for his own time, and for us as well in the present. So this is the message of the Parsha to us also. We have to be willing to move on if we do want to grow and we do want to change. So we have to be willing to move on. And it's not so much that we are speaking about moving on from in terms of leaving your job or leaving your home. That's really not the real moving on. The real moving on is to move on from our mental mindset, move away from our attitudes, move away from what we are at present, to try and become more a different person, a better person, to make the adjustments, small adjustments, but continuously, every day, to continuously be willing to adjust our lifestyle and therefore move on to becoming better people. And essentially what we need to do this is to study. We need to be studying new material, hearing new ideas, new wisdom, new Torah insight and knowledge. All of this will expand us. But the new information will expand us, and also it will add excitement to our lives, because when you're doing something new, you're doing something you've never done before, so that's exciting. It's a little bit scary, but it's exciting. And this is the key. This attitude, adopting this attitude that I'm ready to change, I'm ready to move on at any time, this really is for us the key to every type of success and happiness that we could possibly want for ourselves and for our families and for our lives.